Rangchu almost did the impossible again. He almost took the entire Dreamhack tournament that happened just a few days ago in the US as he reached grand finals against the one and only Nobi, and as usual he did it with his mains, the Bears, right? I don't think Rangchu has been at the top ever since he won the TWT with the Bears, so it's so good seeing him at the grand finals again, right? Almost taking an entire tournament with the Bears one more time, which brings me to this video. Are the Bears really that bad? Is Rangchu just making it work, or have we been sleeping on the Bears all this time? We're gonna break it down and just talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the Bears and how Rangchu is a god at using this character. Okay, so now let's start with what I think is Kuma's biggest weakness, which is his backdash. Kuma's backdash is horrible, trashu, and being a big body, having limited movement in this game is a huge clutch. Just for comparison, Jack is a big body as well, but he has a sick backdash, right? He can move around at least. Another example is Murdoch. Murdoch has a decent backdash back in Tekken 7. Gigas had an awful backdash, and that's why Gigas was also at the low tier level, right? He was also at the bottom, and this sadly is what affects Kuma as well. This backdash is horrible, and oh my god, I don't know how Rangchu manages to navigate this. Additionally, same goes for the sidestep as well. His sidestep is not that bad because generally the sidestep was buffed in Tekken 8, so it's alright, right? It's alright, but compared to every other character in the game, his sidestep is horrible. So just to give you guys an example, Kuma legit cannot step an electric at point blank range, right? Let's say after what's her name, Reina down forward 1 into EWGF, Kuma cannot step that shit. It's just that bad. So you have a limited backdash, you have a limited sidestep, and you're a big body that it's like super heavy combos, especially at the wall. These three are Kuma's biggest weaknesses, and it's not even close. Like, this clutches the character so bad, it's crazy. Like, if you just pick Kuma, guys, just play Kuma for a few days and you tell me how difficult it is to navigate this character. You can't move, right? Just for reference, I'm gonna show Raven here against Reina, right? So stepping the electric clean, not really clean, but overall you can step it. But yeah, Kuma does not get that privilege and he is clutched. Honestly, I still don't get how Rangchu is able to navigate this weakness. He is always on the defense when he's playing Kuma. He's always has his back against the wall. Almost like, what, 70% of the time, it's always his back against the wall. It's just trying to be defensive without the options of moving, right? The options of backdashing and sidestepping. It's bad. It's bad. So yeah, that's one of Kuma's biggest weakness in this game. Apart from his limited movement in Tekken 8, Kuma's lows were also hit pretty hard in this game, especially down back 2. I believe down back 2 used to be minus 13 back in Tekken 7. It is now launch punishable, and that is his best low. It's not even close. Down back 2 was hit hard, bro. Like, minus 13 to minus 15 is ridiculous. It's insane. I don't understand this nerf, and it's sad. Down back 4 does not launch on natural anymore. It's like a counter hit launcher now, but it's still launch punishable as well. Huge nerf. His only good low is like full crouch down forward 1 and like what, down back 3, I think. Down back 3, down back 4. Like, Kuma's lows are bad, right? Even in his stance low is launch punishable as well. His little deep zero, he has a low from a deep zero that can be floated just like low's slide as well. So he is risky on top of that. Now, one can make the argument that he's a trade-off for having good range and good punishment, which we'll talk about later in the video, but I don't get why everything should be this risky on a character that can't even move and can't even sidestep. We've been here before with Eddie, we've been here with Gigas, right? I don't think characters should have limited movement in this game. Every character should have the freedom to step, or at least be able to backdash like Jack or like Murdoch, right? Or like Fakumram. That kind of movement. Don't clutch a character and have him eat everything, right? It's just bad. So yeah, his laws are pretty bad and they need some love as well. Okay, so now let's talk about some of Kuma's strengths, starting with his punishment. Kuma, or the Bears in general, have always had pretty good punishment, right? Due to having insane range, these guys hit freaking hard. Their punishment hurts pretty hard. So it's a 10 frame 2-1, pretty basic, only like +2. That one is not a great punish. Yeah, it's pretty mid, but from 12 going up is where shit gets crazy. Forward 2-1 has ridiculous range, and this thing hits like everywhere. -12, doesn't matter whether you have pushback or whatnot, this thing hits everywhere, right? It's so good. He has the bare booty at 13 frames, which is down 1+2. He has back forward 2, 14 frame. Like it's insane. He has back forward 2, 15 frames, sorry, which is also a counter hit launcher. It's a punish 15 frames, but it's a counter hit launcher, so it's used for like death fist. But he also has down forward 2-1, right, which has insane range, which is 15 frames as well. But the thing is, back forward 2 has more range than down forward 2-1, despite down forward 2-1 hitting you from the freaking North Pole, bro. This thing has mad range, but you still get the luxury of having both options: the long range punisher, or like the long range with punisher, counter hit fisher as well, whilst also having a natural down forward 2-1 launcher at 15 frames as well. So yeah, his standing punishment pretty good, if I do say so myself. Our standing punishment is okay. Our standing forward does a huge chunk. He has all standing 1-2 for 14 frames, I believe, 14-15 frames. So overall, Kuma's punishment is really good, one of the best in the game, and it hurts, right? So much damage, so much range, and yeah, this is one of his biggest strengths, and I'm glad it's actually good, right? His damage is another of his strengths. Being a big body, of course, you'd expect him to hit hard, and man, oh man, does this freaking bear hit like a fucking truck, especially at the wall with that down forward 1-2-2 into booty string, guaranteed booty from spike at the wall. In hit, you're dead, bro. You are freaking dead. This thing does so much damage, it's not even funny, especially at the wall in hit with that gold fist, right? So yeah, biggest strength has to be his damage for sure. Speaking of his hit, his bare gold fist is actually pretty decent for pressure, but I don't really find it that strong, at least as strong as I thought it would be. It's a guaranteed +5, so at the wall it's pretty toxic, but Kuma already has the range for like one of the best with punishment in the game. But I guess having the gold fist is just a bonus, and the best thing about it is that it goes under highs, and you can do it from crouch. You can use it for like bait. Like Rangchu knows how to use the bare gold fist, bro. Like the way he utilizes this move is insane. It's insane. He knows how to space it. He knows when to use it to go under jabs. You know, it makes everyone want to, like, it makes me want to play Kuma. It makes me want to try out Kuma. It is so good, right? But the thing is, it's a mid, so even if the opponent ducks it, it's a special mid, sorry. So even if the opponent ducks it, they can still block it, right? So it has to be a pure hit or normal hit. That's the only downside about Kuma's electric. It's more so used for pressure at the wall, especially with that +5, and to bait, you know, people to throw out the jabs and go right under that. Then the second aspect of his hit is the bear dip zero. Now this one has a guard break high and a natural launching mid, so it's a 50-50 between the guard break and the mid. So it's alright, but it's risky, kind of like Steve, but it's pretty strong because at the wall he can get a guaranteed 12 frames. So he can get forward 2-1 at the wall, followed up by that ridiculous combo with the booty spike. So his hit is decent, one of the best hits in the game actually, because he can do some crazy stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen Rangchu do some crazy combos. He can do like a mid-screen hit combo with a dip zero into booty, guaranteed. It's a good hit mechanic compared to other characters in the game. This is actually one of the best hit mechanics, honestly. It's at a good balance between either using the gold fist or going for the dip zero gimmicks. So the dip zero gimmicks are much more effective at the wall, right? So yeah, Kuma does have some decent strengths, all things considered, but does this make him the top tier character or the slept on character everyone seems to be in the game? And my answer is no, guys. No, I don't think Kuma is that good. I actually think he is the worst character in the game, but I don't mean to the point where he's like unplayable or unwinnable, you know. This game has so many good characters. The character can be the worst in the game, but he's like B tier, right? Like B tier is like the worst character in the game. So you guys see what I mean or where I'm going with this. This is just a case of character loyalty and the guy being he's a specialist. This guy has been playing Kuma for the longest time, the Bears, for the longest time, right? So seeing him do things like this with Kuma is super impressive because this character is not that easy to play. He is such a difficult character to play, and I'm urging you guys to try him out and just feel the character, like feel the movement, feel the side steps, and come back to this video and tell me just how strong you think Kuma is. Now I might be wrong, this is my opinion, so you tell me what you think about Kuma. Do you think he's slept on? Is he really a strong ass character in this game? I don't see it, man. Like, his weaknesses are just so huge. They're just so huge. At best, I would say, you know, I would say like mid to low tier if I would move him up. But for me, yeah, he is at the bottom. Worst character in the game. But I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, you know, he's a B tier character, which is like still good in this game because Tekken 8, bro. The meta is everywhere. You can win with any freaking character in this game. So tell me guys what you think about Kuma. And if you enjoyed my video, why not check out my other content. So GG my boys, and may the frame data be ever in your favor.